Welcome to the special bonus episode of Uncovering the Corners of the World podcast. I'm your host, Karina Kasmala. It's been a week since the season 1 finale of Uncovering the Corners of the World podcast, and a few weeks away from season 2. Using research, and in some cases, personal experiences where I actually visited these locations, I'll be explaining some of the hidden, haunted, and abandoned gems in the U.S. on this week's episode. Our first attraction takes us to 525 South Winchester Boulevard in San Jose, California, to a mansion historically known as the longest renovated home in the world, according to the Winchester Mystery House website. Sarah Winchester, who was the heir of the Winchester Repeating Arms Company, a company that produced rifles, moved to San Jose from Connecticut after her infant daughter and husband died of illnesses. The house she bought was originally an 8-room farmhouse until she wanted renovations added to the home. The renovations lasted from 1886 until 1922, and the only reason that they ended in 1922 was because Sarah Winchester passed away. The mansion covers 24,000 square feet, with 10,000 windows, 2,000 doors, 160 rooms, 52 skylights, 47 staircases and fireplaces, 17 chimneys, 13 bathrooms, 6 kitchens, which costed $5 million total in 1923, or $71 million today, according to the Winchester Mystery House website. With some stairs that lead to nowhere, a staircase with 44 steps and 7 turns just to get to the second floor, and windows on the floors. One of the claims of the design of the house was to confuse the ghosts that haunted Sarah. The ghosts were of the people who were supposedly shot by a Winchester rifle. However, I came across an article that argued a different point, and that was that Sarah Winchester wanted to keep herself busy by hiring people to fulfill her new designs. And in doing so, she didn't have a blueprint or an actual plan for the designs. According to the Insider article, 26 photos of the famously creepy Winchester house, which has 160 rooms, staircases that lead to nowhere, and doors that open into walls. The house includes a grand ballroom with a 12-foot ceiling and a fireplace that takes up one wall, a carriage room with a roof, almost like a garage for her carriage. Throughout the house, the number 13 can be seen. In 1906, an earthquake destroyed 7 stories of the house, leaving only 4, while some of the rooms are said to be restored. There is an option to tour the house, even virtually, on the Winchester Mystery House website. Our next stop is in southeastern Ohio, in Lake Hope State Park, to a tunnel that is claimed to be the only evidence of the mining town of Moonville, Ohio. The Moonville Tunnel is located at Hope Moonville Road, MacArthur, Ohio. The Moonville Tunnel was created around the same time that the Marietta and Cincinnati Railroad tracks were built that led to the Vinton County around 1856, according to the website moonvilletunnel.net. The Marietta and Cincinnati Railroad Company constructed the tracks on Samuel Coe's property. Samuel Coe gave that land up for free, hoping that this would make it easier to transport coal and clay on his land, as mentioned by the Ohio Department of Natural Resources website. The Moonville Tunnel was part of the town of Moonville. Along the tracks there were houses, a general store, and a saloon. The people that lived in the town were mostly miners and railroad workers, with the population being 100 people. According to the website Ohio History Central, the town was abandoned in 1947. Moonville Tunnel, the ghosts, the legends, the town website, mentions that the tunnel is haunted by 4 ghosts: the engineer, the brakeman, the lavender lady, and the bully. The brakeman ghost, according to the website Atlas Obscuras, is a ghost of the men who died because of the way they controlled the trains, was by standing on top of a moving train. The lavender lady ghost is an elderly woman who smells like lavender, and the bully ghost is a drunk man who was murdered in the tunnel, and now his ghost walks near the tracks, throwing pebbles. Another website, Ohio Ghost Stories and Spooky Legends, claims that 26 people died near the tracks, and one of the ghosts that haunts the tunnel is of a man named Theodore Lawhead, who died in a train crash in 1880. His ghost supposedly carries a lantern while walking through the tunnel. Besides the tunnel, the only other parts of the remaining town left is the old schoolhouse and the community cemetery. Our last attraction takes us to Glastonbury, Vermont, to a mountain that is cursed. The paranormal author Joseph A. Citro named the area near the Glastonbury Mountain as the Bennington Triangle because of the unexplained disappearances that happened between 1945 and 1950, according to the 2019 article, The Mysterious Bennington Triangle Disappearances, from the website of Misdeeds and Mysteries. The Bennington Triangle includes the area of the Glastonbury Mountain and the towns of Bennington, Woodford, Shaftesbury, and Somerset. There have supposedly been 5 people within 5 years that went missing, with only 1 body recovered. But there may be more missing people. The area is also supposedly haunted by UFO sightings and Bigfoot sightings. According to the website History by Day, Native Americans folklore says that the stone on Glastonbury Mountain could eat a whole person. Another folklore says that the weather changes so frequently that it affects the way the plants grow, growing in different angles. While the town of Glastonbury is an abandoned ghost town, having at one point 241 people living in 1880, according to the website Happy Vermont. The declining population made it a ghost town. Thanks for listening to the Halloween bonus episode. Be on the lookout for Season 2 of Uncovering the Corners of the World podcast. Happy Halloween!